ladies and gentlemen, we are here in Roseburg, Oregon at the Roseburg Indoor, and this is night number 1 of the 2023 QRC Timber 50, the biggest outlaw kart race in the world. Over the next 72 hours at this event, they're going to be paying out over $50,000 between all the classes, and that's headlined by the $4,000 to win and $500 to start a main event on Saturday for our open division. I'm here at our factory QRC pit area, and here's a look at the 18T behind me. Wanted to welcome you back to the show. Everyone's kind of just getting signed in, and the night is about to begin. We have a full preliminary night ahead of us, starting with hot laps, then rolling right into qualifying, a heat race, a qualifier, and then a 25-lap feature. So we're going to be on track multiple times, and if I kind of step this way, here's a look at the pit area behind me. Excited to be racing with Jimmy Elledge in QRC. It really doesn't get too much better than his program in any type of race car. Jimmy puts so much effort into what we do, and he's just so good to Landon and I who drive for him. Gonna head inside the building now, show you guys the racetrack and take a look at it. Things are pretty busy right now inside the building, and this is just the beginning of it all. Everything looks good though. You can see this beautiful big screen that they just hung up here off of turn 2. That's such an awesome addition to an event like this and really adds to it all. As far as the track goes, hopefully we can have a good surface and have multiple lanes to move around. You know, we run so much every day, you need opportunity to pass, go forward, and that's a big part of the event is you gain points every single time you're on track. So in a little bit, we're gonna get suited up, we'll get a chance to hot lap, make some changes, go out, lay down a good time for qualifying to get everything underway.
.627, still 6 quick for Brent Rauscher.
Next up, the team based out of Red Bluff, California. The racer out of Jacksonville in the factory QRC, Durst Incorporated, Jet Performance Labs, Burris Racing Tire, Adams Investing, 18T of Tanner Holmes. Tanner Holmes third quick on lap 1, 8.346 seconds, 1.8346. And second lap is going to be fast time of the night, 8.214, 8.214 quick time right now.
Not bad, guys. Halfway through flight A, top of the charts. Hopefully we can hold on. Well, a really good start to our night here at the Timber 50. Ended up putting the 18T quick time in flight A. I was a little nervous about my lap. I mean, it was good, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be able to hold for quick time just because it wasn't absolutely perfect. I was in 8.21, and all weekend the fastest laps we've been seeing are like an 8.10, so I probably left a 10th on the table. I even tried to use a technique where you run like a swing corner, fired off, ran the top in 3 and 4 to build mile an hour, and then just ripped the bottom. I made a mistake, so that didn't end up helping me anyway. My second time by was faster, but it was good enough for quick time. And even a shout out to my younger sister Carly. She was third quick, so we took first and third in that round. That's going to move us into heat race next. We're going to start second row outside, so they're doing a 4-car invert, and I'm a little nervous about the racetrack. Right now the bottom's just really good. It's juiced up, so it might be really difficult to pass. Hopefully they get out there, kind of roll it in, and we can use both lanes, but we got passing points ahead of us, so every position we get is going to be key to help for the whole night and trying to start farther up front in tonight's show. What we needed to do there. Started 4th and passed 3 cars to win the heat race. My car owner, Jimmy Elledge, and I were both probably a little bit nervous with the invert, which I think the format's good doing that, but we just didn't have the surface where, you know, I feel like it's a little unpredictable. We easily could have single filed out and not passed anyone, but took advantage of a good start, got a quick yellow after, you know, getting to second, and then got a really good restart to take the lead and just work on running some clean laps around the bottom to see how fast we could go, and then also move up a little bit and see if I can make that second groove just as fast. And it's a little bit slower. They're gonna have to keep working on it. The main issue is just if it gets dirty, it only gets worse and worse and worse, but if it stays clean, you can run up there, make it work, and kinda, I think, maybe hang with guys as you're racing. But check off another box. We're gonna have a qualifier up next, and we need to watch the rest of these heat races just to see where everyone shakes out in points. Well, a little bit of track prep going on as we're about to move into the qualifier. So now how this works, top 3 out of the qualifier transferring directly into the A main event, and we're in the first one starting on the pole, so if we win, we'll be on the pole of the A. And right now what they're doing, as the surface has gotten so dirty middle up, they're now out here with the Harley rake, which the Harley rake digs into the surface and kind of turns it over to bring grip back, which in theory should make it faster. So they're doing that to speed up the middle to try to bring that second lane in, and then if it stays clean, it will work. At the same time, the bottom is slowing down a little bit, so they're trying to even them up as they're both changing and try to bring in a second lane. So in these qualifiers, guys can move around and you know, make advances forward. I'm hoping we just get out front, kind of set the pace and do our job. But got a little bit more track prep ahead, and then we'll be out here.
One lap to go for Tanner Holmes. Top 3 seem pretty safe at this point in time. Tanner Holmes is going to come off of turn number 4 and grab the victory. Casey Schmidt, Preston Carr will be the top 3 going to the feature, followed by Larimer and McMaster rounding out the top 5.
Maybe some of you guys have heard the saying by Kobe Bryant. They're asking him in a press conference after he won a couple games in the finals in the NBA, and he wasn't happy. And they said, "Why are you not happy? And you've won a couple games, you guys are up." And he said, "The job's not finished." So that's kind of how I feel about tonight. Quick time, won our heat race from 4th, won the qualifier there from the pole, and led all the laps, but our job's not finished. We have an A main event coming up next where we're also going to be on the pole. I feel like right now I'm just about as good as I could be, a little tight in certain spots as the track's slowing down. It's kind of like I push to the right front on entry and I can't drive through it, but we also have a long time. The track's going to change. They tried to bring that middle in, didn't seem like it worked super well. Maybe some guys in traffic, but if you're out front running full speed and you got a clean lane, it's just safer to be lower and it's shorter around. But we're guaranteed the pole position for tonight's A main event, 25 laps, so we're going to be leading the field to green, and we got some time until we head out. Rolling off from the pole, they are doing a little bit of track prep here, just about 10 minutes as they finish up the main that is before us. They're gonna work middle up to try to, once again, bring in that groove. Us starting on the pole, I feel like our game plan's just gotta be to get out front, control the race, and I can't really run anywhere but the bottom. Even if other guys are up there trying to make it happen, I just think that's what's been working for me all night, and until I see signs of something different, I'm gonna be committed to what I'm doing. Jimmy made a bunch of changes to our car just to try to get some more grip as the track is slickening off. We really got to be able to keep up good corner speed, keep our tires underneath us. The weird thing about this place tonight is it's kind of slickening off, a little bit less grip, but the times aren't really slowing down, so you can still get going well on the bottom. And I think, like I said, it's all about getting a good start, being out front, and just doing my thing for 25 laps like we've done all night. Feel really good. We're going to be climbing in. It is raining too, which kind of is dragging a little bit of moisture out there, but the surface is really hard, so it's not doing much. Red 18T and the rest of our team is about ready to get in. We're going to push up to staging. Like I said, our goal tonight, we got to run top 2 to transfer into Saturday and not have to run tomorrow.
green. 14 to go for Holmes, Hill, and Hudson. The top three is Brooks tries the top there and wasn't able to squeeze around. Oh, trouble for Hill. Second place car has an issue in turns 1 and 2 and hands the transfer right over to Jace Hudson. Now Casey Schmitz to third, Landon Brooks to fourth, and Angelo Cornett to fifth. So a huge problem there for Hill, falls back to sixth.
Preston Carter, defending race winner, running seventh, and it is moving up. Brian Southers marching forward in the all-white 80.
From the D main to the C main to the B main to eighth in the feature now. For car number 80, we've got an issue in turn 4. That is Jessica Mockridge. Tanner Holmes gets around her, but man, Jace Hudson all over him, coming back to the line.
Yeah, he was about to slip underneath them there.
Capping off a perfect, even, quick time, heat race winner, qualifier winner, and now you spanked him here in the feature tonight. What do you got to say?
Good night for our team. Thanks, Jimmy. Glad we got. Think we got both cars locked in there. So you know, really good Thursday for our whole team. My car was really good the whole time. You know, I felt like there at the end, I kind of wasn't really trying to push it. More just was important where I was at. You know, if I'm on the very bottom, I didn't think really anyone was going to drive around me. So kind of was, you know, just trying to do my job and make sure I hit my marks. I know obviously we were kind of hoping for something a little different tonight, but at the end of the day, I think our car was still the best, and we were just really, really good. Jimmy had this thing dialed in, and luckily I got a lot of laps here. Well, we got the job done tonight and brought home the $500 check. For my viewers that know me, I love trophies, but checks are way cooler. These things look so nice hanging up around the shop, and that one's pretty unique. Led all the laps tonight, not really a lot to the race, you know, a lot of yellows. Unfortunately, the track was where it was. They're gonna try to make some major changes for the second night. I mean, for me, it probably helped make my job easier. They did all single file restarts, as they probably should have. I mean, the bottom was really the only way to go. A couple guys were trying to make the top work. My teammate Landon, he actually ended up running second and locking in, and he kind of did that, and it ended up working in his favor, and he went forward. But still, once we got going, the bottom and like just lower and lower and lower, and even at one point, I kind of saw a nose underneath me. It seemed like the cars behind me were running over the disc, so I got as low as I possibly could because I felt you had to shorten up the track and you had to try not to spin your tires. But yeah, nice little sweep on our prelim night, and now we're gonna be on the pole come Saturday for the dash, and then how that finishes will determine the 50-lap finale starting spots. But really excited about our speed. The 18T right now is a lot of fun to drive, and I feel really good behind the wheel. This is the biggest outlaw kart race in the world right now, and I definitely want to put my name on it. But anyway, we have the night off, so we're gonna hang out with the team. Landon has the night off tomorrow as well, so we're just focused on Saturday. And as I said earlier in the video, nice that we got this done, but the job's still not finished.